We're also incredibly fortunate to have a leader who appreciates, understands, and values our company's history and creative legacy, as well as the important role that Walt Disney Archives plays in preserving it. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to introduce to you Disney President and CEO Bob Iger.
Good afternoon, or good early evening to all of you. It's great to have you here in our newly renovated, I was going to say new old theater. This is just a great place for us to gather, and having events like this is just a perfect use of this building. It's great to see it not only full with all of you, but full of such great cheer and support and appreciation for Dave and all the great work that he's done. Dave, I almost don't know what to say, because distilling 40 years into just a few sentences is kind of an impossibility, but I think that it's really important to take the time to show the kind of appreciation that we're showing for people like you today. I think nothing is more important to our company than the great people who work here, and the commitment and the passion you've shown for Disney over this period of time certainly exemplifies what we mean when we say we've got great cast members. All right, so let me begin, first of all, by extending a great welcome to all of you in this room, including a number of Disney legends who are here, and of course our members of D23, who I know come from far and wide, not just across the country, but actually from other continents. Here at Disney, whether it's the magic of our theme parks or the beauty and the charm of our animated classics, there are many important milestones and anniversaries that we celebrate. We love celebrating milestones at this company. But it's rare that we get a chance to celebrate an individual, which is what we're doing tonight. And it's great to gather our friends and our colleagues, our current cast members, our former cast members, to do just that. As you know, we're honoring the founder and the chief historian of the Walt Disney Archives, Disney legend Dave Smith, tonight. I don't know how many of you know the story, but 4 decades ago, Dave, who was a great admirer of Walt Disney and was shocked and saddened by Walt's sudden passing, really wanted to find a way that we would ensure that Walt's contributions and great legacy, not only to this company, but to this world, were preserved and admired over the years, and also that we provided a way for people to have great access to all that great material that Dave helped assemble. And so it was Dave who came up with the concept of our studio archives, and just a few months after pitching the idea to Walt's brother, Roy O. Disney, Dave himself walked into the new offices here at the Walt Disney Studios, and his first day of work was just about 40 years ago, June 22nd, 1970, which was his first day on the job. Now, some of you may know Dave's first office was in Walt Disney's private wing of the old animation building, which then was the creative heart of Disney, and it's where Walt not only imagined the future of this great company, but he actually made it happen. And that's where Dave had his desk. Can you imagine the luck? Talk about good fortune in real estate. To have your desk there in that great hallowed hall of the Walt Disney Company. I can't imagine what it must have been like for you to walk into not only that building, but that space for the first time, but I know that you were the envy of just about everybody at the company back then. Over the years, you really succeeded in making the archives a great reminder of Walt's legacy, and as you know, we've got such a wonderful heritage at Disney, and we derive such enormous value of that great heritage every day, thanks in good part to what Dave was able to accomplish. The vast collections and the reference materials that Dave and his team gathered and preserved over the years have served to motivate and inspire our employees and cast members in every part of the world who strive to create the same quality and achieve the same level of creativity and innovation that Walt did in his day, and I'm no exception to that. Dave, as you may recall, about 10 years ago, when I became president and COO of the company, you were one of the first people that reached out to me, and you invited me to tour the archives, figuring, and you were right, that the ABC guy needed to learn a little bit about Disney's heritage. And I didn't take that personally. It was a very valuable experience for me because it gave me an opportunity to grow my own appreciation of Walt and the company's great legacy. But also in the process, I grew a great appreciation for you as well. And I know that you shared your wisdom and knowledge, not just with me, but with countless cast members and authors and researchers and journalists and Disney fans everywhere. And your belief that we must appreciate our past so that we can innovate and imagine our future exemplifies your 4 decades of service as the founder of our archives and as our chief historian. I'm fond of talking a lot about our need as a company to balance our heritage with our need to innovate. But the only way you can do that is to have a real appreciation for that heritage, and what you assembled and the ethic that you created in terms of valuing that heritage is really something important to us and has given us the ability to use that as a foundation for us to continue to innovate. And so with that, Dave, why don't you join me up here on stage, or not really a stage, up front, for this rather momentous occasion. I'm not sure that all of you are aware of this, although it was in an article in the LA Times this morning, that not only are we commemorating Dave's 40th anniversary with the company, but Dave has also announced his retirement. I don't know. We should be envious of that. And so, Dave, without further ado, I will unveil this statue of Donald, our 40th anniversary. We need a photo op first. I'm now going to turn this over to Dave to impart some wisdom to all of you. I want to personally thank you from the bottom of my heart for what you've done and what you've meant to this company and what you've meant to me as well. And I wish you nothing but luck in your next adventure. And I know that, as someone once said to me, you never quite leave home. You take a little of home with you wherever you go. I know Disney has been your home for 40 years, and I want you to take a little of Disney with you wherever you go. And please consider this your home and come back real soon.
Thank you, Bob. It's a real honor to get this 40-year award. I never thought I'd be with this company for 40 years. When I started in 1970, I started adding up the years, and that would put my retirement year at 65 in 2005. Well, 2005 came, and I was still having fun. So 5 years later, I finally decided maybe it was time to depart. But I won't be going far, I'm sure. I do want to say how much I have appreciated the support that I have gotten through the years by the CEOs of this company, starting with Roy O. Disney and all the way up through Bob Iger. If I didn't have that support, if we didn't have that support for the archives, we would not have been able to create the department that we have today that is so useful to the whole Walt